So in this question we have a change of subject. We're asked in this formula where f is equal to the whole of t squared plus 4b divided by c, we're asked to change the subject to b. In other words, we're trying to get b on its own. So the ultimate result will be b equals some expression. So our task then is to get rid of all this rubbish that's round about b. And we'll first of all look at this divide by c. Now the crucial key in changing the subject is to do the opposite. You look at what you're trying to get rid of, do the opposite to that. So the thing we're first trying to get rid of is a divide by c. The opposite of dividing by c is multiplying by c. So we'll take both sides of this equation and multiply it by c. So on the left hand side, f times c. On the right hand side, when you multiply by c and divide by c, that cancels. So you're left with t squared plus 4b. That's the reason that you're multiplying by c, is to get rid of this divide by c. So remember, b is the thing we're trying to isolate. Look at this. Here's a adding t squared. Well, what would the opposite of adding t squared be? That would be subtracting t squared. And again, to balance equations, you always need to do the same to both sides. So that's our next move. We'll get f times c, minus t squared. And we've got rid of that t squared. We're left with 4 times b. Still trying to isolate b. We're trying now to get rid of a 4 times b. Multiplying by 4, opposite would be dividing by 4. So we're dividing both sides by 4. Now, careful with this. Whatever is on the left hand side has to be divided by 4. That's the whole of f times c minus t squared. The whole of that has to be divided by 4. That 4 will disappear, and there we have it. Now normally when you write a formula, you put the subject of the formula first. So b is equal to f times c minus t squared, all divided by 4. There are other ways of writing that. It could be each of the terms there divided by 4, so long as everything on the left hand side is divided by 4. Other possibility is to take a quarter of both sides. So you'd write it as a quarter of fc minus t squared, or even a quarter of fc minus a quarter of t squared.